Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. For those of you that normally watch this, I'm so sorry we are running behind today. Holly had to go take care of something with her family, but she will actually be back. So she'll pop in here shortly. But we are here. Make sure to listen to other Miguel and Holly podcasts we have, like Miguel and Holly Full Show, Miguel and Holly Queen City Confessions, literally anywhere you listen to podcasts, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the iHeartRadio app. Just type in Miguel and Holly, and you'll see our full slew of podcasts to listen to. Mm-hmm. And we also are asking for reviews on Apple Podcasts because that really helps us out. And once we get to, how many did we say?
500.
500. All right, which we're not, listen, we're at 460.
Okay.
So we're slowly getting there. Once we get to 500, we'll put a call out to do something where we'll give someone $50 on Venmo. Period. So let's see. The last one from I Love Squirrels 37. I love you guys and your podcast. I'm a listener from Tampa, and we miss you guys here. I'm happy I can still catch up by listening to the podcast every week. Keep doing what you're doing because you guys rock. Let's see. This is from Laura. I love listening to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. Started listening when I was going through Miguel and Holly withdrawals when they left Tampa. So glad I became a Platypus Posse member so I can still enjoy my work commute with Miguel and Holly. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. So we do want to say that we have a confession that we're going to get to, that we're going to read once Holly is back. Mm-hmm. That it was so
salacious.
It's like not the craziest thing you've heard, but the discussion about it after the fact was not kid friendly.
The actual confession, like I read some of it. You're right. Whatever response we would say about it, we couldn't even make it kid friendly.
Nope. That's why I was like, nope, we're not talking about that on the air because we have to just be like, well, there's that and that's that.
Right. Next.
So as soon as Holly's back, we will get to that discussion. She should be back here in the next couple of minutes. But I did want to talk about, Kelvin, you mentioned off the air today something about someone sliding up in your DMs on Instagram.
Girl, you shady ass bitch.
You said you wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
I said maybe we could talk about it, but it's fine. All right.
Oh, if you don't want to, I just wrote it down.
Oh, no, girl, I don't give a fuck. I'm down. So, yesterday, I get a DM from someone, and they ask me, actually, no, they don't ask me anything. They say, handsome couple. And they're talking about me and my fiance, Oscar. Mm-hmm. And I go, oh, thanks. You're also handsome yourself. Appreciate that. Ooh. I told that to Oscar, and he was like, hey, that's not appropriate. And I was like, I didn't know. I didn't mean it any flirty way. But anyways, we discussed it. It's fine. We're good. I didn't know. I thought you just called people handsome.
We got some tentacles to this conversation.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're fine. And he continues the conversation. Actually, let me pull it up because I can't recount any story.
And while you're pulling it up, I just want to say Melissa Price. She said, I'm tuning in for this confession. Y'all have had me in suspense all morning. Oh, it's coming. As soon as Holly's back, I promise.
So he goes, thanks, buddy. LOL, you live in Charlotte? I go, yeah, I moved here from SoFlo a few months ago. He goes, oh, nice. I reached out to see if you have a hairstylist. And I was like, yeah, I do. I have a barber. I've had him for a month since I moved here. And he goes, okay, nice. And then out of nowhere, he goes, so are you a nudist by any chance?
God, that's left field.
This is like
not. Hey, how are you enjoying Charlotte? Wow.
Not even 5 minutes within the convo. This is within 3.
Got it. All right. So we see where this is headed.
Right. And I go, haha. Mentally, yes, but actually done a nudist outing? No. Why do you ask? I have some nudist clients, and because he's a hairstylist, and sometimes I host nude game nights. And I go, oh, cool, haha. Do you guys actually play games at these game nights? And he goes, yeah, it's platonic, LOL. I go, oh, okay, cool. I love that. I'm trying not to be judgmental. I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you like,
Right.
or that's what you do,
It's fine.
it's fine. It's not always sexual with nudists.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of times it's not. From what we've learned through the years, it's not even about the sexual aspect of it. It's just about being open and free.
Right. And okay, so I go, okay, I love that. That's pretty cool. He goes, yeah, feel free to keep me in the loop if you're ever down. I go, haha, absolutely, thanks. And he goes, you got a pic of you? Yes.
Got it.
So at this point, once again, he said platonic. I'm trying to keep it friendly.
Right.
I go, LOL, I've got many pictures. What are you asking for? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you already know, pa, LOL.
Wait, pa?
Pa. Like, it's a short word of saying like ma. But
Oh.
hey, ma. But it's hey, pa.
Oh, hey, pa.
Right.
I'd rather you call me ma.
Yes, mama. And he goes, just a platonic, friendly nude, LOL. And at this one, I'm like,
is there such a thing as a friendly platonic nude?
Listen, so I wanted to question all of it, but I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Do nudists ask each other for friendly nudes? I don't know. And I go, I haven't taken a nude in a really long time. And if I ever did, it's a shot. You know what kind of shot I'm talking about.
It's below the waist.
Correct. And he's like, oh,
hey.
sorry. I'm sorry, Ollie.
No,
I didn't know to turn on your camera. I thought I should have let you settled first.
I got it.
Hold
No,
on.
yeah.
Well, Holly's just getting herself settled here.
Sorry.
Just tell us when you're ready, but we can hear you though.
Right.
Keep in
I'm
mind.
fine. I'm not here. It's
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
Hi.
Hi.
So you talk about D pics.
Yes.
Yeah. And this friendly platonic nude that someone is asking for.
Correct.
That's
Okay.
not. That's.
I don't
not,
feel like
that does not
there's-
exist.
I'm gonna bring that one up on the air.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just
I don't
curious
know.
about that.
I think one time, like, there was like a coalition of girls that would send each other topless pictures to like
Oh.
compliment each other's boobs.
But I feel like
Okay.
though, if it's like straight girls or like there's nothing sexual there.
Right.
No.
Like this is a gay man asking another gay man,
Clearly.
or not gay. You're
But there's a same sex attraction.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. If I knew that somebody was like into women and was like, oh, let me see a friendly nude of your boobs, I'd be like, that's not what that is.
It's not platonic or friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real friendly, but it's not, it
Well,
ain't platonic.
Right.
It's not. Yes, I think that's very clear
Well, this is
from what you mentioned earlier.
This was the weird part about it, is that I go, I don't take any. And if all I have is photos of below the waist, if anything. And he goes, yeah, that's not platonic, LOL. But it's cool. It was just worth an ask, LOL. So I thought, okay,
I'm sorry. What is that? That is almost like a gaslight, is what that is. It's. I don't want to like throw the term out because it gets overused, but it's almost like, do you have what else out of man? What else are you asking for? Like, you want to see my bare chest?
I mean, but also too, like, what is the reason? Like, okay, for me as a non-nudist, just the ask for a stranger of, do your person participate in this? Would y'all want to come to a game night? That's a little odd, but maybe that's how people that are nudists communicate, because you don't know unless you ask. So, I mean,
Sure.
you know, fine, whatever. But to me, just even the picture, like, what is that? Because if you're saying that you're having these non-sexual nudist game nights, then why do I need to send you something for pre-approval?
Then why do you need to see it?
Right.
Right.
It's
That's
just
what-
we're all hanging out with no clothes.
Right.
It's not about the visual. It's about being the free. I believe that's what nudism is. That this like you're free with each other, with yourself. You're very comfortable.
Right.
If it truly is like a nudist thing, it does not have a sexual connotation. Therefore, you shouldn't have to see anything.
Right. Maybe I'm just a dumb bitch, but I was just like, well, maybe he's just friendly. So I just wrote back and I was like, oh, well, like, hopefully I see you at Argonne or something. If you ever go, we could always meet. I always love making new friends. And he goes, oh, of course, boo. I don't really go there, but I wasn't trying to hook up or anything. LOL. I go, okay, cool. Well, if you have any other suggestions to other places, let me know. And then that was that. Asking me where I live after that. Didn't really tell him that. He just commented on my story and asked me how my day is. I am not responding.
This is a confusing situation.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so I feel like obviously I can't fault them for this because it's not like they shut you down and they were like, hey, you stupid MFer, like F
Right.
you, I wasn't. He was just like, haha, he was looking for an in and you shut it down.
Right.
And it seems like he has been respectful since then. And he didn't try to like name call. Cause I feel like a lot of times, and especially I've seen this with Holly, where when guys are like, hey, I know you got somebody, but would you want to entertain this? And when Holly's like, no. And then they're like, well, I wasn't even asking you about that. I was just trying to be nice. And it's
but
like,
that's what I feel like it is a little bit. It's
but
I
I feel like he wasn't mean about it though. Like he was like,
there's 2 tidbits to the story that I'm also not telling you. One,
oh,
I hit up a friend that we are mutually following, and I asked him, and he said he got mad at me when I didn't send him my nudes. That's one. Second time, well, the second story is he followed my partner, Oscar, and liked all the photos of him by himself.
Oh.
This is a petty bitch. This is a petty bitch who won't see you naked, and you said no.
If it started weird, I'm going to just leave it at that.
I mean, you know, I always take things as a compliment because I'm always looking for somebody to compliment me. So I'm like, who wants it?
You just did. You just got on my Instagram too.
You did. You got a compliment.
Girl.
You're counting yourself out. I gave him your Instagram.
Hold on. Okay, so
respectfully, Abe.
Right before the show was over, you had posted because a very nice Platypus Posse member got producer Kelvin a gift for Pride, a RuPaul's Drag Race Monopoly game.
Yeah.
And so you posted a really cute picture of you holding it up in your studio. Well, very blurrily in the back.
Like an alien from Signs.
Literally, all you see is Holly and I like on the computer screen, like, and then apparently somebody was like, who's that man? I'm like, they can't even see any defining features of my face.
They saw you was a man. They didn't ask about me.
I put Miguel. Yeah. And I put Miguel. And then I was like, he looks very married. And I go, he is, but he's a really great person. And so he still saw your Instagram. He could have been like, nah, never mind the ugly a bit. He didn't do that. So I say, take it.
Okay. You know what? I will take the compliment. Thank you. Doesn't happen very often, but thank you very much.
There it is.
All right. Y'all ready for the confession?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Melissa Price, she was listening this morning and said, bitch, I'm ready.
I know. We can't do that. We have to give one full-on confession on the air.
Well, that was because we had the things from, what do you call it? Trending.
Thirsty. Oh, yeah.
And then, so, listen, we only have so much fucking time.
Yeah.
I know.
We got this amount of time to get content in, tease the fucking podcast, tease what's coming up. And I'm just like, listen, you get what you get.
Miguel, your mom's on.
Oh, I would love to hear her advice on this.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. Everybody say, hey, Miguel's mom.
Hi,
Hey, girl. All right, here we go. Melissa said, shut up. Let's just read the confession, okay? Here we go. So
got it.
This came in this morning, and we could not read it all on air. Okay, so this is a fun one. I was out with my friends for a fun Friday night. Met this guy, and we hit it off. One thing leads to the next, and I ended up going home with him.
Got it.
We get intimate at his apartment, and you know what happened to the rest. I called an Uber and sneak out the next morning. While sitting in the Uber, I noticed my rear end was tingling a little bit. So as soon as I got home, I jumped in the shower. While in the shower, I realized there was chewing gum stuck in the hairs of my booty hole.
Not the hiney hole hair.
How hairy is your booty hole?
I mean, there's hair back there.
The tingling was coming from the minty freshness.
Oh my God.
Well, how did I get this gum from my booty hole removed? Well, I had to go get my booty hole waxed. because it was not going anywhere.
Oh no.
My esthetician was less than thrilled, but also very entertained. The worst part, I woke up in the same guy's bed the following week. So I want to know, did you tell the guy that he got gum stuck in your booty hole?
What an absurd story. And like you can't tell hardly anybody, but this is a great thing that you confess. Right. You tell everybody.
It's got to be really hairy for it to be stuck like that.
I don't know. Hold on a minute.
Wait. You can't be coming for people's.
It's not a
People's
bad
tiny
thing.
hole hair.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing, but it must be very hairy.
No, that's incorrect. All those little baby hairs and the gum is going to get stuck. And I would not want to rip. Like, listen, as someone who used to get Brazilian waxed, I am not into using gum as wax to try to rip it all out.
Well,
I mean, so some questions here.
I feel like you're judging. I feel like you're judging the hiney hole.
you know what it is? I want to see it. But not in that way, but not in that way. And
Okay.
I'm like, was it really that hard? to,
Okay,
like-
okay. So I'm not saying I don't want this to get, as one of our consultants, John Ivy, says, don't be nasty.
Don't be
nasty.
nasty.
I don't. Okay, so I don't want to be nasty, but I just do want to talk logistics here when
Yeah.
you're talking about the anatomy of a human.
Mhm.
So when you're talking about the inside of your butt,
Your cheeks.
their cheeks, there's
Mhm.
hair there.
Right.
And even if it's like as short as what's on your arm,
Mhm.
if I got gum on my hair and my hair isn't very thick on my arm, it's very light, it would still get stuck there. So
Hmm.
you don't have to have, like what's on top of my head
Right.
to have it like stuck there. You can just
Right.
have a light lining of it. And
Yeah.
it seems like this person feels comfortable enough to go to their esthetician. So they
Right.
probably do get it waxed.
Done at some point, I
Right.
suppose. I'd be like, just do something, just get rid of it somehow. I don't even know if I'd be like, that's like trauma on trauma, getting waxed
Right.
and the gum. Like I
I-
feel like it's too much.
It's safe. I mean,
Can you
it's
trim
brave.
it out? Can you trim it out?
It's brave.
Can you trim? No, because I feel like
What if
'cause-
it's too
well,
it's too close to the skin?
and then you would
No.
damage your razor by trying to get it off.
I
But
was
like,
thinking it's those little tiny scissors. This little.
little scissors. But I mean, who you gonna ask to do that?
I don't even
Right.
know.
Like,
Like I
who
would be
put it on you?
mortified
that?
going to the esthetician being like, you are not going to believe this. Like, that's the only thing you can say. You walk in and you go, you're just not going to believe this. Here it is. Plop. And then you just say it. Just plop, let the words come out. And then they're just like, okay. Like, oh, man.
I mean, I guess that's the only way you would just ask. Like, would you tell the person?
No.
I
Unless,
would.
But
this
it's
is
their
a one night
fault.
stand. It's a one night stand.
But they ended up back at their house the next
The
week.
next week.
I know.
I would tell them, but in a silly way, not in like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
angry way.
No, yeah. If you're going to tell them, you have to laugh about it.
Right.
But I mean, isn't that the bonding moment though?
Yeah.
Because it's like, even if it is a one night stand, you can laugh about it, because I think if you show the person that you're not angry and you're like, well, you won't believe what happened when I got home. So
I just like it. This is making me think of like stories that I'd like to share, or at least one, but I cannot. I would never put the story out in public space. Like I'm sure people, like if you listening, you're like, I probably have a crazy story like that, but you just can't share it, like unless you're anonymous.
well, that's why I'm saying, if you're listening to this, you can text in and then we can share the story on Friday's podcast. So like, let's say you've had something similar get stuck in a place.
Or something else stuck somewhere else that maybe you didn't realize was there.
Right.
No.
Something.
And I'm opening this up to Holly and producer Kelvin and myself.
No, I can't do it.
You can text in.
I can't
You
because
can-
I know even if you recognize my number, you would not say it was me, but I would hear it and I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face.
Only I would know because I know your number by heart.
I'd be like,
Kelvin doesn't know your number by heart.
I could just.
I'd be like, that must have been crazy for that person.
No. So text hits and what happened to you to 96893. And if we get any good stories, then we will come back with it on Friday.
I'm thinking, I will weigh it out. But like, I'm telling you, Miguel will read it and I'll be like,
So I'm just going to watch your face from now
that
on.
sounds familiar. Like, I just don't know. I can't. I just know I can't.
All right, let's just go through some of these comments real quick because this is actually going to be a sort of shorter podcast today.
I'm sorry. I had to take a trip out and come back. It was a whole big mess. My day is crazy. I apologize about that. It was my fault.
It's all right, girl. Zinda said I spit out my water. Melissa said, what the hell? How did it
get in the hole? Well, I don't think it was in the hole. I think it was just in the
vicinity.
In the vicinity. And I think, what if you started some things, forgot that you had gum, and you're drunk, and it just fell out while you were there?
Right.
Like, do you think the other person, like the next morning, they were like, wow, where's that gum I had last night? I wonder if it's in my bed.
If they even remembered they had gum. If they even remembered that. Well, they might have been like, oh my God, I got this hot man or woman back in my place. I'm going to pop some gum real quick. And then maybe they were like, what did happen to that?
They've been looking for it everywhere.
Like the sheets. They're like, God, I thought I had gum.
Little did they know they left it between their cheeks. Anne Marie said, I just died. OMG. Krista said, talk about minty freshness.
I don't want minty freshness in that region. No, thank you.
Krista also said, at least your fart will be minty fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Positive.
Oh, no. That is too much. Like, that is my unofficial can't let it go for this week.
Wait, but you can't talk about it on the air.
Yeah, so how are you going to talk
How
about
are you
it?
gonna talk about
I
it?
said that's my unofficial.
Oh, unofficial. Okay.
You will know that's my unofficial can't let it go. Obviously, I can't bring that up.
So when Holly's like, watching The Little Mermaid this past weekend was I can't let it go. Meanwhile, in the back of her head, she's like, that gum stuck in the booty hole.
With the fresh ass.
Yes.
Can we submit this podcast for a Marconi? Like, I feel like this is it. This is the one.
I'm sorry. You know what? Send this to the Gracies because I don't win one anyway. I'm never going to win one. Just send this one. This and the Marconi. We'll just win all the ones.
There we go. All right. Anyone have anything else?
I get my cast on today.
Ooh.
What color are you
real one.
choosing?
I don't know. Everybody asked me that. Like, I think they probably have like a normal grown-up like skin tone one, but I kind of want hot pink.
You have to get a hot pink. You have to get a hot pink.
It's got to be fun.
Yeah, plus it's our colors.
Yeah, it'll match.
Are they taking off that?
Yeah.
Oh, are they going to clean it at least? Fuck.
I'm going to be like, as they're unwrapping, I'll be like, okay, can someone wash my hand? Like, please.
Can you do a video of you smelling it just to see what it smells?
Yeah.
I did it already. No, I already did it. Oh, it smells like feet.
It smells like that booty hole with gum in it.
And old people.
Oh,
Holly, what would you prefer?
I can't stop smelling it.
What would you prefer to smell? That forever or booty hole mint? You have to pick one forever.
Oh my! I don't know what booty hole mint smells like. I don't know what that one is. I can't stop.
I would just like
so bad. Maya was like, "Ooh, you smell bad." I'm like, "You can't really smell it." Whatever.
I would like to point out this has been our highest viewed podcast in Charlotte. So
yeah.
Well, that's good because here we are, letting it all hang out. I will see you next podcast with maybe a pink cast, and it won't stink.
It won't stink. Yeah. So yeah, if you have something that's happened to you in the bedroom that was very awkward that you can't tell anybody else, text hits and your message to 96893, and we'll go over those.
Oh man. Good stuff.
All right, producer Kelvin, how can people contact you on social media and ask for your nudes?
Add Kelvin Live, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Yep. Not on PlayStation. Bussy killer.
Oh. Holly, what's your social media?
Radio Holly, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Hit me up. I really I've been lacking on the stories, so I'm gonna try to get back on that horse. It's like a slow process because I got real into it and then I forgot to do it. And now I'm back on. So, it's fine.
Mine is at Miguel Fuller. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Be Real. If you're on Peloton, I'm also there, and we will see you all on Friday. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.